I'm not in at the moment. And in fact, I'm going to do 5, and everything in my brain says, should I be doing this? You know. So I wonder what the truth is going to be, you know. And I'm leaning towards buying it because it's going up. However, this is where it might be just plainly going down. I mean, that's just the way of the world here. I'm going to sell. I'll be reversing if it goes bad. Okay, they can't make up their mind, so I should just get out of this, right? Alright. So I'm going to reverse. And I'm going to, now I have 15 in there, okay? Because it looks like it's going to go up, but it's pretty weak going up. And I'm just going to basically get out of here pretty soon. Okay, I flattened. Alright. And then what we're going to do is just do one here. Make sure we don't screw that up. We're going to look and see what we have in our portfolio. And looks like we're up, I guess about $200 for the day now at this point. And see, that's what we're trying to do, right? So this can go pretty much either way at this point, it looks like to me. Here's the calendar for today, 9:45. We have PMI coming out, and what that means is, you know, it's going to be affected somewhat. Okay. So what we're going to do here, I'm tempted to do, I'm tempted to sell, but oh, I gotta turn my mic off. I hope you all can hear me, but it's, you know, one of those wavery kind of openings, right? I mean, it went up, but the volatility is definitely somewhere just hanging out, you know. So because of that, and because it looks like it's going up, when it drops a little bit here, I might go up on it. Okay, well actually, just start to pick up right there. So they made a decision to, I guess, to go up on there a little bit. Are they going to hold, or are they just going to take it down here? You know. Okay, I flattened at 14. Okay. So there's a, you know, it's you almost could say this is ranging, but because it's the opening, if this was anywhere else, it would just be, I think, wandering in almost a straight line here. I'm going to do 2 because it's not moving too much, it looks like. And I'm going to sell actually here. And then I'm going to flatten again. And now I'm going to sell again. Because now this is, okay, well, they might be changing it. I'm going to flatten this. It's not really going up too much. Okay, I got out at 2. Now here, I'm wondering if they're going to turn this around. That's really what I'm thinking. You know, I'm trying to find that out, you know. And we're trying to find that out really just by waiting, okay? I mean, it's definitely a down candle at this point. Okay? I'm going to sell 1, and right here, I'm going to put this to 1. There's my sell. Looks like I'm going to be, you know, maybe wrong. Yeah, I'm proving myself wrong here. I'm going to flatten, and then I'm going to sell here. Now, if it goes up through there, right, then I'm in, you know, I'm in trouble, so to speak. Okay, I'm going to flatten right here. Okay, I didn't flatten in time. I don't know if it's going to go up through or not. You know, I'm talking about this volume level right here. So yeah. So there. I think I want to sell some more, but no, I think I'm just going to get out. Because we're not showing enough volatility one way or the other here. Okay? Alright, there's $10 or thereabout. Okay? And now I wonder if it's going to go up again, right? Basically, it's been ranging. Let me get the time frame here for 1 minute. It's been ranging from here to here, and it's been, you know, a candle up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay? So is it going to go up here? You know, and I really don't know, because we're at the, what is this now, 9:39 or thereabout, 9:38, and so what's going on here is there could be a change coming up. In fact, I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to buy here. It might be on the high side, but I need to get out pretty quick. Okay, is it going to go up, or is it going to reverse right there? I want to get out of this pretty soon here. So it's going to take off, and I'm just going to have to get out. There's the 130 there. Let's change this to 1, because doing 10 is, quite the amount there. It's showing that it's going to try and go up, I guess. It's really wavering is what it's doing. Alright, we're going to exit here. We're actually going to reverse here. We're going to reverse. I'm going to put that 10 in again, and I'm going to buy here. And then I think I'm going to flatten right there. Yep, flatten. Okay. Now, did that take that? I'm wondering if it succeeded at taking that order the way I wanted it to. Still 440 or thereabout. I'm going to buy 2 here. Buy 2. And then I want to flatten this out. Okay, so it's definitely, ranging between these candles here is what's going on. And then I'm going to sell here. I'm going to see if it holds. Okay, it looks like it's going to take off. So yeah, if we're making these buys and sells here, and we're literally not catching it correctly, it'll chew us alive, is what's going to happen here. Whoa. We're going to sell again. We're going to sell 4 there. And then I'm going to flatten it here pretty soon. Flatten it. Okay? Because at some point this is going to move up through the volume profile line here, or down through the cloud here. Okay? And if you're on the wrong side of it, it'll just we might just drop. All right, and if it just drops and you have any size on, oh, it'll be a disaster. Okay, they're trying to go up through again. Nope, they're going down through. So this is where I'm going to say I'm trying to make my last, my last move, and just call it done. Okay. Okay, so they're going down through. It looks like they're pushing it down. I'm flattening there. So yeah, so they pushed it. They broke through that line there. They still have a ways to go to get to the. I don't know what the time frame is on that, but I'm going to say around 9:30. And are they going to drive it down through? So yeah. So I'm going to do 5 here, and I'm going to sell and hold that there. And then that'll be hopefully it, but I could be so wrong here. Okay, so they're going up the other way. So I'm going to flatten here. I'm going to sell 2 here, meaning 10. And now I'm going to flatten at 273. And the question becomes, should we just hold it, hold off now? And that's it. So we're going to find out. Thanks.
You're going to put that screen in the middle of
Debbie just reminded me I need this screen in the middle, so it's better. Okay. So, it looks like it's, going down right now, but because it's still part of the opening here, it could possibly reverse on us, and then we're all going to be stuck if we're on the wrong side of the line. So maybe it's going up here, maybe not. So we were looking like it was moving up until about between 9:34 and 9:39. It looked like it was moving up, and then it wavered off some. Yeah. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy 10 there. Buy 10 there, and we're going to see how this works out. We're going to see if this holds at this volatility here, if it's going to drop through. Okay, it looks like it's going to drop through. Nevertheless, I'm going to hold this. All right. So we're going to flatten this coming up, right? Oh, I wish it would have held. full of wishes here. So I didn't catch that move. And then the question becomes, you know, how far down is down going to be? Ugh. Alright, so I'm going to flatten this out right at this moment. Okay? And that's just simply called a, you know, wrong move there, right? And then I'm going to see what my levels look like here. Yeah, it looks like it should be going up, right? So I'm going to buy and buy two. Okay? And the errors could be great here. But no, it's going, looks like I'm improving at the moment, but it doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. I got to get out before, okay, I didn't get out before it went down again. I'm talking too much. So I think this is going to creep downward. Or is it? You know, we're going to get a little reverse here. You know, it's not going to make up what I was losing. Okay, and that's a mistake to think it's just going to jump up high, you know. Okay, I'm improving a little. We'll see what happens here. Alright, we're going to get out of there. Okay, I didn't get out. So I can so yeah, it's 950. There we go. They're reversing it, it looks like. Are they reversing it? So yeah, this is where the account could be eaten, so to speak, because I keep looking to see that it's going to go up, and it's just not. So this is an example of how not to trade, really. Alright, well there it went up, and now I'm going to flatten it. And there you go. Alright, so here's the key thing to that, right? Is one could look at this and go, oh, what did you just do, and all that, and was it luck, right? And there's always luck involved, okay? But there's also like reading the chart. And then if you don't have enough money, you can be right, but be right, basically enter at the wrong time, and then it turns around like 3 or 4 candles later, and then you're just, wishing all you could that it wasn't looking that way. So here's where you make a decision, right? And the decision is you're done. Okay, so we are down, right? It only went 19, $20, $40, whatever. Okay, I'm still in a trade here. That I did not realize I was in a trade. Okay, well, yeah, I did. It's a 1. But I'm on the short side, which is not where I want to be. Okay, so because they took off like that, I'm going to ride this with 20, and we're going to see what happens here. Okay, and then I'm going to flatten out again. Flattened out. Okay. And now we're going to look at it. But the idea behind this, right? Okay, so I'm not sure what I'm looking at. It says unrealized profit and losses. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what it's showing. So yeah, we are up. Our daily is we're up 1,300. When I saw this, I was reading the wrong column here. So that's pretty amusing, right? All right, so the amusement's pretty high, And if you look at the chart here, right, and you look at this platform, Wealth Charts, and then you look at your like Tradeovate chart or what have you, right? So this is going up through here, by the way. So I'm going to buy 1, okay, and just probably hold on to it until it gets to the next level, perhaps, if that's possible. Or this is where it's going to reverse, I guess. I mean, do we really, It's a little crazy trying to figure out, is it going to reverse, is it not going to reverse, whatever. But we don't need to really be part of it, because this is where your money, this is where the money is made, going up through here. But this is where the money is lost, going down through here. So you're always fighting this, what kind of size am I going to do to make up the difference here? And when you're wrong, you're very wrong. And you have to make these decisions that are that can be really highly emotional, and it's just tough. Okay, there's just no doubt about it. So now we're showing ourselves to be up above this. Okay. And they're trying to, push us up through. I can see that. Wish my camera was working, but, the other camera part wasn't working. All right, we're gonna just flatten the account right there, right? I was thinking about entering, okay, but it hit this level, and it has to go down sometime, right? But as they say, the market will go and outrun the amount of money that you have. And the other day someone was talking with me, and we were talking trading, and it's like this. It's like pushing the accelerator on your car, right? And it's almost like you're trying to push the gas on right before there's a dip moving upward, meaning an uptick. So as you're heading down, you're putting on the size, right? And this is where, it can go so wrong. And yet, if you can read the market correctly, there is no wrong. You are either, you can be right in every scenario. You could be right. So this thing about being a bag holder, it means you're wrong in that scenario. You didn't catch it you're not catching a dip, and you're really not catching it. What you're doing is you're making a decision that at this moment right here, what you see here, it's moving up. And so if I was here, okay, I knew that it would be most likely going up. Nevertheless, it's too easy just to have a bad day, you know. So that's why you're waiting for these resistance levels and what have you, and people talk on YouTube about about resistance and not resistance, and the reason for that is because I'm going to sell one here and sell one here. We're going to see if it holds going down. We don't know if it will. But it's easier just to say, hey, when I'm above this volume here, I'm going to buy. When I'm below this here, I'm going to sell. When I'm in the middle, I'm going to do nothing. Okay, am I like that? Sometimes I am. All right, we're going to reverse this, I guess. Is it going to go up? This is the pullback here, right? At least one of them. Or is it the down? Like this was the pullback, going what to here, from here to here, and then here's the reversal, right? So here, is it just going to dip slightly and then shoot up? And it is 10:02, right? So likely this will go. It's going to shoot up likely. That's how much of a believer I am in that, right? Looking at that. I'm such a believer in it. I'm going to put 20. And I'm going to buy. Okay, and we're going to find out. Oh, it went down. So yeah, is it frozen a little bit? Maybe it's frozen a little, right? That's never a good sign when it's frozen. It's most likely going against me. Okay, it's trying to move up. Do I have to log out and log in? All right, I'm going to exit out of here, right? I mean, I don't know what to tell you. There you go, flatten it. Okay, so did we actually succeed at getting that? It kind of froze here, and I bought another one just to refresh this, and then I got out. Now, did we get screwed, right? Where were we at? Weren't we at 1600 before? So I don't know. I guess I realized probably. I guess I went down. I'm not 100%. So here I'm going to do 5. Am I going to buy here? I wonder, because this isn't, I don't know if this is behaving properly at this moment. We're going to see what happens here. Let's change the time frame to 2 minutes. Okay, now let's change the time frame back to 1 minute. So this is a technique maybe we can use to refresh this. Alright. So we're going to see if this is going to go up here. Or is it going to go down? You know, we're again at the volume profile here where it's kind of low, but we didn't quite get there all the way. But it looks like it's dropping. You know, is it? You know, and that's the nature of ranging. Plus, it was what, 9:45 or something like that. They had the PMI. Alright, so I bought 10 there. Oh boy. So I'm going to flatten right there. I'm going to flatten. That's what I did. Yeah, well, they've been showing that they're going down, right? Buy right here, and if this shows up, I gotta get out. All right, I gotta get out. Okay, because what happens is if you don't get out in time, you end up getting screwed. That's the only way to say it. So you know, don't hold it, right? All right, how bad do I look? We're gonna look to see how bad this is. So we're up, you know, 20. We were up 22. We were 1 point up 28, right? So now we're at 22, and we really shouldn't be trying to get above and beyond this, okay? We're only supposed to be at $200 a day. But it is what it is. I'm not really, you know, you have to have a stop, okay? And sometimes your stop is simply this, right? I'm just going to do one and do my best to do one, right? And we'll see how that goes, because you're at the bottom here, okay? And this could literally just drop down through here like a rocket, you know? And you're just losing it. Ah! And we're trying not to do that, of course, but there's the but. But hey, and then if we look at the like 8:30, it wants to drop down through here. Okay, here's that 8:30. So yeah, so everything my brain says we're probably going to drop down. So I'm going to, what, sell one? Should I sell one? Yeah. So we're going to sell one, and we're just, and here's the key thing, right? When you do this, you need practice just doing one micro. This is where you practice that, okay? You're beyond the opening where, you know, you could take advantage of size when it made sense. Here, this could just chop you to no end. And then it's always like, oh, I should have, I could have, I wish I would have, and you literally just lose the account, okay? So I'm going to flatten there. That was $7, okay? So what I'm doing here, right, is I'm looking for the change of the time, and then I'm making decisions based on that. Like it's 9:09 right now, and at 9:10. The other thing too is what does the 5 minute candle look like? I'm sure it's down, and it is. Okay, of course. And then the question becomes: are they going to change that? Or are they going to reverse that? And if they do reverse that, I am going to put some size on. Okay, so it's 9, 10, and 21, and I'm not in. But yeah, so we're looking at an area where looks like it's are they going up? Are they going down? What's going on? So if in your head you're asking questions like that, that means small size or don't trade at all. Small size means one. Okay, be very specific, Mike. 1 micro. And right now they've been proven they've been going down. Plus we're below the lows here of these buying profiles. Okay, and it means either they're going to turn it around or they're going to drop it even more. Do we even know? Do we know? So we're waiting for the decision here. It's 9:11, and they look like are they going to push it up? See, the fact that they did this and it's wavering, it means at that very moment, at least, like 1 second ago, 2 seconds ago, you can only read what you have in the past, right? It looks like they're going to go up, right? So I'm going to buy one just to see how that goes, and it's just 1 micro, okay? So I'm up $26, right? So and it went down. It's not moving. It is moving, okay? So I'm going to flatten at $35, right? And why am I doing that? It's because we're a third of the way up the candle. There's nothing to say that it's going to just keep going up, okay? Like basically, I'm on the adage, take what you see in front of you right now. And me talking, sometimes I see it go up and I don't hit the button in time. And then what happens is it goes down and I could just like knock myself, so to speak. But hey, I'm getting better at it. So yeah, so now it went up above there. What does that mean? Maybe they're buying it upward. I'm not a believer in that yet. Okay. So at this point, right, they could be taking this and going back up through, or they could be going back down. It's just the way it works. So this is where, following the strategy is more intelligent than not. So I have a strategy running, yeah. And so I'm attempting to follow the strategy. So I want to know is, are they going to go up all the way through? I don't know. All right, so the idea behind this is they've been showing that they've been holding it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy one, and I'm going to buy one. At some point, you're making these decisions, okay? And how wrong can they be? Perfectly wrong, okay? In this scenario here, you're literally trying to go back up through. You know, you're in the middle of the cloud of the volume profile. It looks like, okay, but this is where these decisions could have been made. That hey, you're just going to go back up through, but we don't know that, and so what I'm trying to do is, am I going to hold out until it gets to this volume profile? Am I going to then just cut my loss right here if it goes down through here? You know? So you see these two? So this is an opportunity where you have defined barriers of boundaries where you can make these decisions of goodness here. And because we're already, you know, made our money for the day, this is you practicing one micro, okay? Hey,
Hello.
have a great day.
Yeah,
So here we are, you know, and then we go, it's enough, right? And it was enough, right? So I'm going to just, okay, it looks like it's going to go back through there, but I'm going to flatten. And the reason I'm flattening, right, is because I made the money, okay? There isn't like this endless amount of money you're going to make doing this. And I'm trying not to have these issues of going up and down really hard, okay? It's you know, one of the things that you can do, right, is you can make this decision, right, that when you see volatility, and especially in the beginning of the day, right, and then you go, hey, I'm going to put the size on, then make every effort after that, and it's successful, right, to just quit, okay? But if you're not quitting, then you're making every effort to go, I'm just going to do one micro, and I'm going to perfect my entries and exits, okay, with one micro. Now you got to remember, this isn't the older school. Back when I started this, and I did take a break, but nevertheless, I was back in the 80s doing this with a company called Oldie Discount. And I think they were either at some point, I think they were at $65 just to do one trader. And then it went down to 35 or something like that. And then it was like, well, you know, I just didn't have the capital then. And these prop firms, when we found out about this, it was like, look, this is a great way to relearn my skills. And plus, it's online. We used to just look at charts. So it was a little nutty back then looking at charts, I'm telling you. And these charts back then, I meant like, it would be like Barron's or something where we would look through these books. And this is like paper charting. And it was pretty insane. So the dream was, hey, I was going to go to New York and I was going to become a stockbroker. And then I would get one of those terminals, a Bloomberg terminal, I guess. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to get there. I'm just not. I don't have the connections. I don't have the education back then. And it can be really, really rough. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to sell one here, and we're going to see if this holds. Because this could, again, just reverse. But, you know, they're showing that it's a down day, but I don't know. So I should be getting out, right? I mean, I did great. It's $15. Just get out. That's 11, okay? You see how that is? So you do that 10 times, that would have been $130, okay? All basically you're doing is, the adage is, you're just making these base hits, right? And it's truth. You're here to make base hits. That's it. There's no home runs, really. And yet the size of a base hit can be enough in the beginning of the day to make that difference. So yeah. But then you have to then get out. So you're going to find it most of the time I'm trying to say is I need to try and get out and stay out. There's a lot of funny happening in my life with that attitude. Okay, so I'm going to buy one here. We're going to see how this goes. Because this just could fail. But is it? you know, I'm waiting for my indicators to go up through the zero line here, is what's going on. And it looks like it might go up through the zero line. Nope, yep, nope, yep. You know, that's the way it works. There's no's and yeses going on. Okay, but see, I'm down 15, right? So I'm going to flatten right there. And this is where you go, see, this is where you can get into trouble, right? I'm going to buy 5, and because I did that, that's another indication for me that I just need to quit for the day. So after I'm done here, I'm going to call it done, and take away that, you know, we're just finished, okay? Because there's $33, right? So what I'm getting to is that you're going to end up possibly just getting in a rangy market here, and let's say you're wrong, and then it just takes off, right, one way or the other, and you miss the move. Well, guess what? That's the way it is. Don't beat yourself up. Make it that's just fine. Okay? So that's the end of the day for me. We're going to catch you tomorrow. It was great trading, I think. You know, we had the time of our lives together, and tomorrow we'll have the time of our lives again. So yeah, so you know, we moved up. I think we were only at like 7,000 or something like that. 8. I don't know what we were when we started, but now we're at 25, and I know at one point we were at 28. So you can't really, you know, say too much with that. That's awesome.